Guys, it's Mr. Cronin, and today we're going to talk about the 4 points for perfect percussion, the grip and stroke. These are steps that every beginner needs to master right away, okay? The first point we're going to talk about is our fulcrum grip, okay? The fulcrum is a point of pivot. If you picture a teeter-totter on a playground, the point where the teeter-totter pivots is called the fulcrum, okay? The fulcrum for us as percussionists that we create is between the pad of our thumb or our thumbprint and the side of our middle phalange on our pointer finger, the middle bone on our pointer finger, okay? And the way that we're going to find that is we're going to go ahead and touch those points together, okay? So on both hands, you can take your thumb and touch your thumb to the side of your finger, and that's the perfect pivot point for a percussionist, okay? Let's go ahead and grip our mallet or our stick. Right now, I'm going to use mallets. I want my grip to force the stick to bisect my hand. In other words, I want it to divide my hand into 2 parts diagonally, okay? From my pivot point or fulcrum grip down through the bony protrusion on the bottom of my wrist, okay? So that's the perfect line for our stick or mallet. We don't want it to come out here or this way. We want it to be in that nice, straight, bisecting line, okay? And that creates our fulcrum grip. And now you can see that the stick can pivot between the pad of my thumb and my middle phalange of my pointer finger, and it can pivot very freely, okay? We're going to do that with both hands. The second point is the back 3 touch. These fingers need something to do, right? And so let's make these back 3 fingers touch the stick, and I want you to just line them up along the body of the stick or the shaft of the stick or mallet, okay? I don't want you to grip or grab. Okay, just line them up nice and light, okay? Point 3 is one that people really struggle with. Wrists flat. Your palms need to face down towards the floor. And the reason for this is when we drum, we stick up and down, not side to side. And if our wrist is turned sideways, we are likely to drum sideways and be inaccurate, okay? So be sure that as you are playing, you rest your arms down, then turn your wrists flat. And you'll notice when I do that, it naturally is going to force my elbows away from my body a little bit, okay? Maybe practice balancing a coin right on the back of your wrist, just on your forearm, and making sure that it doesn't fall when you play, okay? Keep those wrists really flat so that your stroke can go straight up and down. And that brings us to point 4, which is called the piston stroke. And if you picture a piston inside of an engine, it can only move straight up and straight down within the casing of the piston. So it can't go left and right. It can only go straight up and straight down. That's what we want from our stroke also, our stick to travel in a straight up, straight down line. And the way that we make that happen is we get our wrists flat and we throw the stick up towards our shoulder and we throw it back down towards the drum or towards the xylophone or the bells. Okay, we throw it up, we throw it down with lots of force. Throw it up, throw it down. And from the side, you're going to see that my sticks are really getting up at a high angle. And when they come back down, my wrist is flat again. It maybe turns just a little bit as I come up, but not on purpose. It's straight back down, okay? Straight up, straight down. Watch the grip open as I throw my stick up. The grip will open. The pivot point has stayed, my fulcrum, and my back 3 fingers have opened up to allow that stick to pivot nice and high. And then the back 3 fingers are going to squeeze the stick down as I snap my wrist, okay? So throw up, throw down, throw up, throw down, throw up, throw down. Throw the stick up hard, throw the stick down hard. For right now, I do want you guys to use that full-size stroke, okay, that piston stroke. So remember, our 4 points for perfect percussion to get the grip and the stroke mastered. Number 1, fulcrum grip between the pad of our thumb and middle phalange of our pointer finger, okay? Back 3 touch, fingers in a line along our stick. Wrists flat, your palms must face down to the floor so that our pivot point is a straight up and down with our wrist. And then lastly is the piston stroke, making sure that our stroke comes straight back towards our shoulder and straight back down towards the instrument, okay? We really open that grip up and snap it back down. Great. Have fun, guys, practicing the 4 points for perfect percussion.